Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. On the agenda tonight we have Zakk Wylde, and this is going to be Zakk playing with Ozzy Osbourne on the track Mr. Crowley. Now, I was asked to have a look at this to compare it to Randy Rhoads, who of course did the original solo, and I've done a couple of videos on Randy as well. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but let's get this up on screen and see how Zakk gets on. What I love about this video as well is that Zakk does a little dedication before he starts playing. So yeah, real kind of respect and a tip of the hat to Randy before he starts the solo. But let's see how Zakk gets on. So there we go, that's kind of first solo lead break. What I love about Zakk playing it here is that he's keeping it really authentic to the original, as a little kind of tip of the hat to Randy, and he's got all the elements in there, all the parts that you're waiting to hear, he gets down, and it's so cool that he studied it so closely to make sure that he can get it as close as possible. And I always say that the hardest thing is to emulate or try and copy exactly what another guitarist has done, because each guitarist has their own feel, their own style, and their own kind of preferential way of playing certain lines that they like, that their muscle memory likes. And Zakk's obviously really worked at this to get it as close as he has done. Obviously it's always going to sound like Zakk playing it, because Zakk and Randy are two totally different players. Taking on something by Randy anyway is going to be a really tall order. I really like the way that Zakk takes this on with real authenticity to that original lead break. I'm just going to move it on a little bit to see the next solo part. So that was amazing. Really great playing by Zakk. I mean, Zakk's an amazing player in his own right, but again, he's got that second kind of solo section down note for note. There's kind of one or two times where Zakk puts in his kind of wild, wide vibrato in there, so it kind of gives it his own sound. But for the rest of it, pretty much 98% of it, he's just trying to get it as close as he can to Randy's original solo. And every bit that you're waiting to listen to, or every little line that kind of sticks out from the original and you're waiting to hear, Zakk gets it down and nails it. And he's really spent time getting it down, studying it. And, you know, he's obviously got some, you know, great respect, like all guitarists have, to great respect for Randy. But yeah, it's one of those things that taking it on and just trying to get it as close as you can is really, really, really difficult. And Zakk does an amazing job here. And just a side note, Ozzy Osbourne, some of the musicians that he's got to work with throughout his career, I mean, he's had an amazing list of really top musicians. So, and you know, add Zakk to that list, really great guitarist in his own right. But I just love the authenticity of this, the fact that he's kept it so close to that original. Like I mentioned before, my pet hate is when people copy a solo or they try and do a cover of a solo and it's nothing like the original, doesn't have the original feel, and they just kind of shred or do something over the top of it that kind of just totally loses the point of playing that solo from that song. Because if you're just going to kind of do your own version of it, then do your own version of it, you know, do vocals and, you know, do your guitar work. But if it's kind of like a tribute, then like Zakk does here, try and get it as close as you can. Really great to see. Zakk's, you know, top guy as well as being a top player. But thank you so much for suggesting this video for me to take a look at. Keep those suggestions coming in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Rock!